YouTube, 7:37 or 7:38 New York City. Super Bowl Sunday, the Zoo Channel. Got going on. Try to get that in without shutting it off. There we go.
Nice. This is proud of me. Wish I had me some pastos. Now you got me in the mood, man. I'm telling you, it's Johnny Appleseed's fault. He was talking about ravioli. I said, it's a ravioli CB Super Bowl Sunday. And I'm crushed. Pastos are the goods, bro.
Money goats. You got shut up, yeah, stupid. Shut up,
I don't like wine. But a beer drinker said, hey, try this wine, gave me a bottle. Wow, the beer drinker was right. And we got rid of Channel Master. Vic and I did some quick work, some real quick thinking, and we got rid of him pretty quick. Now we got to work on a few other people.
What you gonna do?
When they come for you. We have to start, Michael, by cornering the macadamia nut market. 10-4, taking over that. Yeah, I agree. I couldn't agree more. I concur. That and, we're going to have to work ourselves up the ladders with the DVD. I don't want to actually be a DVD salesman. I want to be the guy that sells to the DVD salesman. See, I got plans with my life. I got big plans. Yeah. I want to be a distributor. Yeah.
Hey, Vic. In order to take over the macadamia market, duck plucker, you're going to have to attach yourself to the underbelly of a sewer-crawling alligator.
Yeah, 10-4, man. Why, Joe? Well, you know, how many people eat macadamia nuts out here? That's the question.
Are you kidding? I eat more nuts out here than anybody else. Look at how many nuts I take care of. You know, I tell them, bottom line, they can chew me up all they want, but eventually they got to spit me out.
That's how that question's going, They got the market cornered right now. For every 4 DVDs you buy, you get a half a pound of macadamia nuts. This way you can watch TV and have a snack. Instead of eating popcorn, you can eat macadamia nuts.
Is the kitchen clean now?
You can eat healthy. Yeah.
I'll be up in a minute.
I'd rather eat. Somebody was selling them. I think we should expand a little bit too, Mike, and, maybe walnuts and, 3-4-7 lo yo copiando, 3-4-7 fui ciao. All different types. An assortment. Yeah, somebody was trying to come in under you. Does anybody out there want to talk? Because you're talking while Vic's talking, and Vic is stepping on you, and you're a beep underneath him, but it's annoying. So go ahead and talk. It's 347 mumbling.
I'll be back. I'm going to check my chicken. Y'all can deal with him.
You eat a lot of chicken, Rich. That's healthy. Yeah, we'll deal with him. So, Gentleman Jim.
Yes, sir.
I got my eye on something on the site. I got my eye on some tubes. Yeah, this week's gonna be a big week. 10-4. Should just buy a 6-pill and forget it. But no, not me. I'm gonna spend $2,000 on tubes. Why buy a 6-pill for $1,500? That's gonna last forever.
Maybe you need a ski mask and a 45.
Check and check. Well, there is something wrong. Oh, shit. You know, other people like me. No one exactly. But if you ask my wife, she'll tell you. Yeah. She'll write you a list. She'll put the pencil right down the middle of the page. Put good on one side, bad on the other. I guess I'm a little heavier on the good. She still sticks around. Oh, shit. Oh, 347. 347, I'm back. Right. Oh, shit. Well, you back right? Fuck. Ow, back a wow. Mr. What you call it? What do you call yourself there? Yeah, I'm Stargate. I'm not talking about you. Hey, Richie, what's that little thing you call yourself now? Richie went to go get a bottle of beer. He'll be right back. But he said he's going to your refrigerator. That's what confused me.
Any more interesting current events out there?
Down. Well, Mike, if there aren't any more interesting current events, I would tend to lean towards you and Jim to bring them up. And we can conduct ourselves in a truly professional fashion. So I'm ready and willing for the start of the conversation. Where shall we start? Cro-Magnon Man, Neanderthals, Lucy, how she got her name, how old she was. She was a hominid. You don't want to talk about that? Well, let's talk music. Beethoven.
Shame on that, shame on that.
That was deaf, but still wrote music. Yeah, very interesting. So go ahead, gentlemen. Please, go right ahead. I'll stand by.
Java Man, Neanderthal, Cro-Magnon.
The theory of evolution.
Then we got Michael Anthony Action Man.
Java Man, Black Man.
The end of the world, as we know it. How many millions of years ago did that asteroid hit the peninsula? Was it really the cause of the death of every animal under a certain amount of weight, like under 80 pounds, every animal died? Personally, I don't think so. I think it was more than that. I think it was due to disease. Yeah, that's just my hypothesis. Why do they call New Mexico. Clovis, New Mexico. Was that one of the first places where the Clovis tip was found? And you can find it in other countries? Did people, well, now that it's America, back then, think up the same idea, or did they travel? Did you know that camels originated in America? Yeah, I could go on forever. Why, gee, you confound us with your knowledge.
How do you like this? The gas prices are going to go up at the end of the year.
Nice. You know what the smallest horse in the world was called? Millions of years ago? An Eohippus. Yeah. Exactly like the horse today. Only about 15 pounds. How come you can't train zebras? Why do they put expiration dates on sour cream? Why do you drive on parkways? Why do you park on driveways?
Why are they called shrimps? Why does Michael Action need 2 kW?
Well, that's a good question. And I will answer that question. Not with a question, with a straight out answer. I don't need it. As I look and gaze around at all my equipment, I shake my head and dip my head a little low, wondering why I spent thousands of dollars on ham equipment, CB radio equipment, when all I really needed to do was buy a unit bed, a power mic, a power supply, and a 4-belt. The whole thing would have cost me $1,000. Where am I now with the ham equipment? Ham equipment is expensive. Audio gear and microphones. Antenna tuners and linears and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, if I were the king of the forest. Yeah, why does Michael Anthony Action be in 2KW? Especially when I have the most fun talking to my locals. Why do I need wattage? What drives me to spend my hard-earned money? Well, I'll give you a little hint. I don't drink. I don't go to bars. I don't smoke. I exercise. I eat right. I'm a really good father, a good husband. I gotta have something wrong with me.
Why not CB radio, right?
Yeah, when it comes to CB radio, I'm a kook. You can put me in a straitjacket and give me Thorazine for a few months. But I come out. I'm going right to eBay.
10-4, man. Let's just buy everything, man.
Screw it. Yeah, I'm working next weekend. I'll come home with a few hundred. Yeah, I'm gonna take my wife and kids out to Peter Luger's next week. Yeah. My son is a steak lover. He's a carnivore. I want steak. Filet mignon is one of his favorites, of course. But the butcher by me, right by me, he's 20 blocks away, but they call them butter steaks. But I'm not going to tell you what part of the cow they're from. You're going to have to tell me. Clyde Tumble, who discovered Pluto, would turn in his grave. Now they took it away from a planet. It's no longer a planet. It is a piece of ice orbiting the sun. Did Mars have life on it at one time? Did ancient aliens come to Earth and help build the Anunnaki? Yeah. The first language, the Sumerians. The first written language. How about the Knights Templar with the hooked X? How about that? Did you know that father-in-law was a Knights Templar, and it's been proven time and time again that the Knights Templar came to America? It's what Oak Island's all about. Surprised at you guys.
Tell us about Marconi, cousin Mike.
Marconi, why does that sound so familiar?
He was from Rocky Point, Long Island, and he was the originator of two-way radio.
Yes, yes. I seem to have read that somewhere. Yeah. Can't stop picking up books. Made a really good book. But Marconi. Yes, the heyday of ham radio. You know how much cancer must have been caused by the radiation of the tubes? Thank God I have hair. Oh, my hair hasn't fallen out. I'm still running tubes. What is it? Almost 35, 37 years later. Wow. You know, still love the Johnson line, but I have to hang my head low and realize that those days are over. There's a new cat in town. He's called, Dave Maid. But I buy one of his amps, and I got issues. Look at, Channel Master. Wow, was he a splash in the pan? He came on ranting and raving till the day we got him off.
Mike, I think it's a roll call.
Roll call. Richie Rich. Victor, 139.
Present.
Chili. Richie, 127. Mike Baba Booey.
Yes.
You know what I thought was a really interesting movie? What was that movie? I can't remember. Can't think of the name of it when... The first movie was the best. Now, I'm not talking about Indiana Jones, because that's crazy good. But I can't think of the name right now. It escapes me and how angry it makes me. I have to think. I'm going to have to look into that anger issues. The guy follows the secrets. He follows all the paths. He goes into a Knights Templar tune. What was that? What was the name of that movie?
Rocco.
All right, I'll give you a little more. He was a carriage driver back in the 1700s. And the person that he was carrying was dying. So he gave him a slip of paper, which was a secret. And it unfolded. And he had to steal the Declaration of Independence because what was written on it. And then he had to use different colored glasses to find it. And it was in the Old North Church. Did you know, I just can't remember that, but did you know that Paul Revere was not the only one to gallop down the cobblestone streets of Boston? Did you also know that he was a Freemason? Yeah.
Hey, Mikey. Oh, not Mikey. The movie you're talking about is National Treasure with Nicolas Cage.
Here you go. National Treasure. The second one was, but the first one had me, I was sitting up on my chair. I couldn't get enough of that funky stuff. National Treasure. Nicolas Cage. Yeah, he played a good part.
maker. It's a 50 movies in the 60s. We had actors didn't have to rely on CGI or visual effects. You had to use your talent. Those were actors. Perfectly close to SARS. A606, that's you? And how did they get there? Roger D. Man them up. Yes, it is. It is 606. What's going on, Campy? What's going on, everybody? My friends and gentlemen. I'm just sitting there reading my Raiders. Lend me your you need to, man. It's the first to say that. I'm over here watching the Blues there, folks. I'm gonna watch the match. It's not over yet, right? Creep. No, I think the second or third quarter right now. I forget who's up. Pompey the Great had a fight. Yeah, folks, I might just go for that. Went on for 3 years. I can't be I catch up with you a little bit. I wore 10-6 this week. I'll see you. Roger D, 73s. Caesar Augustus, the original Caesar. The die has been crossed. The die has been, I can't remember the exact words. Yeah, Washington. Even though they wrote the Declaration of Independence, they still had slaves. And some of the people who wrote the Declarations of Independence, and of course one of the most famous names is John Hancock. But I challenge you, I dare you to recite 3 more names. I can. Yeah, this is what happens when you get retired. Yeah, you were retarded. 8 o'clock, the night is young. I'm on a dancer tonight. I'm on a tear. Something's up with me. Yeah, I think you gotta calm your pitch just a bit. The action. That knowledge has to go somewhere. I think I hear Q-Tip out there waving a hand. Mr. Q-Tip. Yeah. I would really like Q-Tip to stay. He's always coming on. He's stepping on all the bad guys. He's like the man who comes in a cape and a mask. He steps on all the bad guys and then he leaves. He never stays and hangs out with us. In what war was the bloodiest war in American history that the most soldiers
You're right. He
died?
doesn't hang out with us.
Civil War. Civil War. And there was a lady who was instrumental. Now remember, women and war didn't work together. Women weren't even nurses. Although this woman was Irish, and she went around giving both sides in the Civil War water and help mending, with blankets and tourniquets. But she had a the men used to call her a name. And I'll give you a first name. Molly. Anybody? Molly Pritchard.
That was a 2-for-1 on the Molly Pritchard.
That's right, Molly Pitcher. Known to the battlefield men as Molly Pitcher. And if you go through Jersey, like I used to take the Navesink River with my boat, very hard to navigate. I didn't like going there. One little mistake and you hit a rock. No, I never hit the rock. But I almost came close. Molly Pitcher this, Molly Pitcher that. Hey, what's going on? How about the guy Executioner out here? I think that's what he's called. Hey, God bless. How you doing? He's probably at a party right now. Hey, come over here. Give you all of this. He talks funny. He makes Italians look bad when he talks like that. Like
like every Italian is a gangster or is associated with thereof.
Well, that's why you got cats like Little Richie Cappy and Joseph D. Pistone. Quite the contraire.
My medication should be kicking in soon, guys. So?
Hey, Michael.
Yeah, I said my medication should be kicking in soon. You gotta give it an hour. It's only 15 minutes.
Did you hear what I said, Mike?
Yes, I got exactly what you said. I didn't write it down, but it's in my head.
Like I said, that's why they got cats like Little Richie Cappy and Joe D. Pistone to wreck the stereotype quite the contraire.
Yeah, I saw the movie. I didn't read the book. A bit interesting. Goodfellas. That was a movie. Robert De Niro. Oh, my God. Now, you did insult him a little bit. You had a line, too. And what part was that? Come on, what part?
Listen, forget the goddamn movie. The movie was a big mockery. The book's 1,000 times accurate. The movie just happened to be a mockery and a detailed test in depth.
That was when he was at the bar, and he came in and he said, yeah, you don't have to drink with me. Those Irishmen don't have to drink. Drinks around the house. They were at the bar. And he comes up, he says, hey, Jimmy, come on now. One minute we're drinking here, the next minute he's, come on. All right, forget it. I'm sorry. Yeah, me too, I'm sorry.